Welcome back. This is the Jeff Fisher Show on a Victory Monday. Rams clean up against the Bears. They'll be facing the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. We'll talk more about that in the next segment. Right now, though, we want to reward some fans who come out here on Monday night and let them ask the question face-to-face with the head coach. Cindy from Fenton, you're up first.
Hi, Coach Fisher. I always think the Rams do a pretty good job at halftime adjusting, and I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what that looks like in the locker room.
Sure, good question. We come in, the guys get in there as quickly as they can. We only have 12 minutes. And and on the back end, I bring the team out earlier than most teams. We come always, you'll see us at home always out first because I like to get them warmed up and then pull them together and talk to them on the sideline rather than talk to the whole team inside. But they'll get in there and we'll immediately split and go to opposite sides of the locker room. And we have boards up and transparent projectors, and you can't have any video in there. So coaches are writing as fast as they can and making the adjustments with the players in front of them. Half of them are sitting there with IVs in their arms and hydrating and eating and watching the coaches as they make adjustments, and then we get a warning and we head back outside.
Cindy, thank you. Next up is Steve. Good evening.
Hi, Coach. It's Steve. Where do you see Brian Quick in the future, and how do you see his development progressing?
I think he's doing a nice job. We can put him in any situation we need to. You can see he's a big target, came up with that big catch. And, we're not throwing the ball an awful lot right now. We're running it. But when he's been called upon, in the last few weeks, he's doing it. He's doing it in the practice field as well, too. Looking good. It's looking good. Thank you.
You mentioned he threw a block yesterday. That's 2 weeks in a row. He threw that big one on Tavon's 81-yarder at Indianapolis 2 weeks ago. All right, next up is Kevin from right here in Creve Coeur. Hey, Kevin.
Hi. Hi, Coach. September 26th, not pretty. What in the world have you done to help turn this season around?
What day, was that a Sunday or a Thursday?
49ers game.
Oh, it was Thursday.
It was the last preseason game, I think.
Yes, there you go. That's before, into the preseason before we open against Jacksonville. Right. Yeah. Right?
Is it rabbits, voodoo dolls? What's the deal?
What's changed, or are you referring to?
It's like a different team out there.
Well, we got behind in that ball game. And couldn't really, we ran the football a little bit, but we could against them. We were doing a decent job till we got behind, and we gave up some plays to Anquan Bolden, and that we shouldn't have, and got behind. And so we're doing the same things that we did back then. We're just doing them a little better. You don't change your philosophy across the board in the organization and mid-season. We have a formula. We think it works. We just had a lot of young players, and they're starting to come together. But I wanted to make sure that they continued to have fun. That's the thing. It's hard. If you remember, that was a Thursday game. The Sunday before Dallas, and we combined those two games. We defended over 75 rush attempts in 5 games. It takes a toll on you. But good question.
Thank you,
got to
Kevin.
keep it going. Every week's a challenge. Thank you.
Kevin, thank you. Next up is Jason. Jason, have a seat and fire away.
Hey, Coach. How you doing?
Jace.
My question is, with where you're at now with St. Louis, how would you compare it to the time you spent in Tennessee, and what's different?
The circumstances were altogether different. We ended up moving there, moved around for a few years and didn't settle. Had been building a team for 4 or 5 when we got settled, and remember what happened, right?
Yes.
Very good. I didn't have to remind you. So, but this is fun because we're in a different era now. We're in a salary cap era. Now, although we had just started in '93 with that, we're drafting. We're taking advantage of the draft choices we got, and this is what's different is this team is much younger than any team I've ever had, and that's exciting because you get to define your own direction and formula and foundation, and the chemistry thing in the locker room's good, really good right now, and yeah, it's a lot of fun plus these young guys that we've acquired have proven in a short period of time that there's significant potential to be really good.